Representative on the other chair recognize you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, evening, Secretary Barnes. I have a couple of questions that are kind of unrelated, but one of them is something that's pertinent to my district and that I would like to ask you about. Would it be fair to say that if the administration were planning to place thousands or even hundreds of refugees in a state facility, that you would, of necessity, have to be consulted as part of the operation of government and movement of monies around to accommodate that kind of a change?
I've never given the question any thought, so I suppose, but I don't really know.
Well, I'm assuming that if we were to move millions of dollars around to be able to accommodate placing people in some sort of a state facility, they'd have to go through OPM in order to move the money.
Yes, and to the legislature. We can't move money, millions of dollars, from one agency to another without approval from the legislature and within an agency from the Finance Advisory Commission.
Right. And are you aware of, or have you been made aware of any plans or participated in any discussions that would call for the placement of hundreds or thousands of refugees at the Southbury Training School?
No, I'm not aware of any such discussions.
Okay. And the reason why I'm asking you is that I've had some conversations with other people in the administration, but since I happen to have you right in front of me, and you're one of the line type people who would have to be involved in any kind of decision making like that or planning like that, I wanted to be able to get that on the record, because unfortunately there is a wild rumor swirling around not just Southbury, but apparently all over Western Connecticut to the effect that there is some sort of plan like that being worked out. And so I can say definitively to people, I've spoken with the governor's office, I've spoken with the head of Office of Policy Management, I've spoken with the people at the Department of Developmental Services, and everybody denies that there is such a plan or they've even heard of such a plan. And I'm taking your response to me as...
That's correct. That's hard to imagine anybody considering that would be a reasonable alternative.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Then moving